Hello, thanks for joining me. This is Nicole Virant, and today we're going to be creating a macro that will help filter and organize some of the data that you've imported from a database. We're going to create a macro that will take care of several different steps so that next time you can just run the macro and it will have your data organized in the way that you'd like it organized. So first thing that we need to do is we're going to go ahead and navigate over to our View tab. We're going to click on Macros and click the drop down, and we're going to click on Record Macro. The macro name we're going to give it is Data Cleanup. You can assign a shortcut key where you can hit your Control button plus another letter. That way it's a really easy way that you can run your macro. So we'll go ahead and assign the shortcut of Control plus R. Description, we'll type in imported data organization created by your name on today's date, and we'll hit OK. We're now recording our macro. So in this example, I'm going to apply some different formats for my data, and then each time that we have our information here, we'll be able to go ahead and run that macro to clean up our data for us. So first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click back on my Home tab, and I'm going to select this first row of information, and I'm going to apply some filters. I'm going to click my Data tab and the Filter button. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is delete a couple of the columns that I don't need. So I'm going to go ahead and delete my group. Also, columns J, K, and L. I'll go ahead and click on my Home tab and click Delete. Next information that I'm going to look at is we're going to go ahead and organize by last name from A to Z. So I'm going to sort that by clicking the drop down in A to Z. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll over, and under this filter I'm going to choose only certain cities. So I only want to choose De Pere and Green Bay. I'll hit OK. And then I'm going to go ahead and hide these columns by selecting them, or right click and hide. And then I'm going to filter those on this one just by a no. Okay. Now I have my data in the way that I'd like. I'm going to go ahead and click back on my View tab. I would highly encourage you, if you do have several steps that you walk through when you're kind of organizing your data after importing it, write those steps down before you record your macro. I'm going to click the drop down on Macros, and then I'm going to click on Stop Recording. So I've reset my Excel file so you can see the macro in action of where we were at before we created the macro. Next thing I'm going to do is make sure that I save my workbook as a macro-enabled file by clicking on the File tab. Now because this workbook was already saved, I'm going to go ahead and click the Save and Send and change my file type. I want to choose this macro-enabled workbook. I'll go ahead and click Save As and save the file. And now I can go ahead and run my macro. I'm going to use my Control key. So I'm going to go ahead and use that Control R. And now you'll see that my data is organized how I'd like it to be. And it's done it all for me in one step. And there you go. Thanks for watching.